Rightfully so. Because DJ Quik is a juggernaut. He's an icon. DJ Quik is.
Yes.
He's legendary. This dude, DJ Quik, is in the DNA of all hip-hop, if you ask me, especially coming from the West Coast, because what DJ Quik was able to do is perfect his engineering ear. We talk often about the way Dr. Dre's music is mixed and mastered, rightfully so, because he's a perfectionist. But you should know about DJ Quik and what he does in the mixing and mastering studio, what he does as a music producer, and what he does as an MC. So DJ Quik, can't wait to have you up here so we could give you your proper flowers, man. Shout out to DJ Quik.
Woo!
Yes.
Now, last time I saw this, man, I was calling him by a different name.
Right. We all were.
So I got to reintroduce myself to this person because we ain't met like this yet. You know what I mean? The man has been on my show many of times. He's been on our show. We've had amazing conversations with him. His track record from Understand Me to Rosecrans EP all the way down to a Compton story and his new project has always been consistent. He's one of the illest MCs, in my opinion, Revolution, to come out of the Southland, if you will, in a long time, man. It's a group of elite MCs. We have West Coast Boogie up here. You know, I put him in the same category in terms of dudes who are just cracking syllables, similes, metaphors, and dissecting that pocket in an unusual way. You formerly knew him as Problem, but I'm bringing him here today as the one and only Jason Martin is here.
Well, hello, Jason.
Now that's the intro. Whoa. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I got personal with you.
Man, I appreciate that.
He does that better than anybody. I must say. And it's just like,
fire.
you know.
Thank you, Rev.
It's all firing, Sway. You got it.
Yeah, I see a lot of people out there doing it, and I want to encourage them to continue to do so.
That's right.
You'll get better and better every time.
You got to give him something to
It
aspire
will take
for,
some time, though.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a bar. I'm going to put the bar down because we give ourselves, we're giving each other flowers now. But we've been giving flowers since we first came on the radio in the early 90s, right? And always thought it was important because nobody else would. And so I want to commend you because I've been watching you do your tour. And you bring up names that people don't bring up. When you listen to this song, let me, Jason Martin is here. Did I do it?
All
right, hold on, man.
Say it again, though. Say it again.
Thank you.
Man, thank you guys for having me.
No, thank you, man, because you talk about Eazy-E.
Yeah.
And then when I look at your gloves, Eazy-E and Ruthless Radio, DJ Revolution, King Tech, and I used to do our show. Remember, we'd come up to the beat, and Eazy-E and Julio G and all those guys were there.
At the grimy spot.
At the grimy spot.
I
feel like Eazy-E don't get enough props. And wait, hold up, Jason Martin, your phone ringing.
Yeah, that's for you. I think that's for you.
Who we got on the phone right now? Who's this?
That's DJ.
Hello.
Yeah, who is this, man?
It's DJ Pooh.
We got DJ Pooh.
Come on. We're putting it together right now.
It's different.
Oh yeah. That's my boy right there, man.
Hey, Pooh, we got Jay on we got him on the show. This Sway and DJ Revolution and Tracy G, bro.
What up, Pooh?
Hey, what up, y'all?
What's going on?
Yo, Pooh, when you coming up here?
Man, all you got to do is say the words where you already know, man.
I just said, hey, Pooh.
That's your invite.
The word was said.
Hey, Pooh.
All you got to do is say the word. I'm up there, bro. Come on now.
All right. Hey, Pooh, what you working on, man? And how come you and Jason Martin are so close? What is it about this kid you love, man?
Man, I love Problem, man. He one of the younger cats, man, that just brought me back, man, that inspired me, man, in ways, man. You know, I come and sit down with that dude at the crib. He come sit down with me, and we just chop it up, man. And I just took a real liking to Problem, man. He's one of the real cats that's just super creative. And that dude is a filmmaker, too, man. I don't know how many people really get that about that dude, but he's a filmmaker, too, bro. You know?
Multi-hyphenate.
Wow, man, a filmmaker.
Wow, that's a lot. I got chills going through my body. Thanks, Pooh. That's my dog right
Hey,
there.
man, I'm only telling the truth, bro.
Come on.
I see that eye. I see how you get out. I see the movement. Man, I see the hustle. I love it.
DJ Pooh, man, when we talk about filmmakers, you were one of the first people to come from our culture to even tackle that industry, you know, with writing films, being a playwright, and making films, man. So salute to you.
Man, I feel like I've been real blessed in a way to have traveled and and every medium that hip hop has presented itself, bro. Like I really have gotten a chance to get behind the DJ, turntables and cut some niggas up. I got a chance to, what I'm saying, get in there as a producer, man, and work with some of the best of them, man. And then in terms of writing and film stuff, man, I mean, that I've had a blessing, man, with that, to be able to work with some of the best in that area too, man. And then on top of that, I'm doing some work now. I'm over here working on this game stuff, man. I work with Rockstar, man, on this GTA stuff.
Yeah, we cooking with
hip hop
GTA.
has been in all those areas, man.
Wow.
And I feel blessed to have been able to represent it. Hopefully, I'm doing the best job I can, man. But hip hop is everywhere, bro. So I'm there with it.
Wait, hold up. Did he just reveal something right now? What
are
you doing with GTA? But Pooh, I'm gonna have Jason answer that.
Y'all didn't know he is GTA?
No, I know he is, but you said we're cooking.
Right.
The phone breaking up. Is the phone?
Well, it's broken up. I didn't hear anything. Pooh, I'm hitting you up. I'm hitting you later.
Wait a
We didn't
minute,
say
what you
anything.
I heard it.
Who hung up, man? Wait a minute, he hung up.
The exclusive was dropped.
We got to get out of here. We got to. You see how that works?
Give it up for DJ Pooh.
DJ Pooh.
Get it out.
Nah, man, fuck that. You don't said it now, man.
Hey, listen,
It's
I don't know.
already out there, man.
I don't know anything about it.
Jason, you said we're cooking some stuff up.
No, I said we're cooking as a coast. Meaning he's doing some big things. I'm doing some great things. Y'all are back over here. We're cooking.
Like weird.
Oh, I'm
weird.
right. Oh, yeah, I'm still a veteran now. Y'all ain't gonna get me in no
That's
get.
deflection, man. That's good
You saw that?
deflection. Good
Get it.
deflection.
We've been through enough therapy to know what
Good
that is.
deflection, man. Excellent.
Just
Shout out
Excellent.
to my dog.
That was great.
Hey,
What's cracking this morning? Terrace calling. This must be West Coast.
Who's that? Terrace
Yeah,
Terrace Martin?
yeah. That's my brother.
Pick it up, man.
He like, he figured out, man. I got stuff to do.
Okay,
I'm talking
man.
to the people.
This is
I'm here with Sway, okay? That's about you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
He
saying?
rerouted us.
Yo, but what I think is great, I feel like, especially being from the West Coast, is with the recent pop out concert and the movement, the energy, the motion that's taking place, you're starting to see more people more open to unification, right? Which is something we've always said should happen. But what you do differently, unification isn't just hooking up with everybody that's hot now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What you do differently, DJ Pooh, you wearing these gloves, we're going to come back to that, and that's something Easy E was really the first person I knew to constantly walk around with gloves. You remember the Red? We used to see them every day. We would see every weekend. We would see them. Terrace Martin, that's more of this generation. But why is it the connection between those who came before you and now seem to be important, and you're keeping their names going with DJ Quik as well? Is that on purpose?
Totally. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the sport. These people are the reason I'm here. Like, I grew up watching their movies, listening to their music, studying their moves, and once you become what they deem a peer, my fandom doesn't leave. It's just now I have access to them. So instead of treating it like a photo op or anything like that, I get really candid. I'll hit Pooh and just ask questions.
Yeah.
I'll just ask every question I want to ask. If I'm working on some stuff, some script stuff, or I'm trying to develop stuff, I'm gonna call the guy that I saw do it first from my genre, like Pooh, Cube, all those guys were the first ones to really produce and direct a film. It's one thing to star in it, but to put it together with your own bread and your own scratch and your own ideas is a whole nother monster. So I'll call him. And then with Quik, once I was able to get that access, I'm done bugging the hell out of him.
How did you get the access to him?
Well, through Terrace Martin. Terrace Martin brought me in to work on Snoop projects.
Okay.
So once that collaboration happened, they ended up bringing in Quik to mix an album. So for 6 months, I was around DJ Quik out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere.
Wow.
Every day. And so with us both being from the same part of the city, he just grabbed me up. Was like, oh, you the Compton kid, you coming with me. And I just hold on to those relationships. You know what I'm saying? I tap in when it ain't music time. What's up? How the people doing? Da-da-da-da. Genuine, though. This is not
You're not just asking about music. You're talking about life.
Nah, because I want to understand how you guys were able to stay. You guys were the first generation of this thing. I feel like I was a part of the second. So you guys had to not really crash test, but y'all had to go through the ins and outs with hip-hop when they didn't know it was going to be here.
Right.
The business of it, when it got taken from you guys and then got exploited, and then how we came through and saw okay, we got to create our own companies, we got to own our own stuff, we got to do this. So what's the tips? What can I learn? And then musically, if they ever need anything, it's coming back in 24 hours.
Just like that.
Oh, for sure.
What and I mean this with wholeheartedly with the most genuine way I could say this. What are some of the things you learned sitting with Quik and Snoop?
Oh, with Quik, I learned to always be dangerous musically.
Okay.
Never try to fit in. If it's too clean, dirty it up. If it's too dirty, clean it up. Go the opposite at all times. Always be free. If you want to do a 12-minute song, do a 12-minute song. Do not try to conform to this thing, because then you lose what you are in your sound. So for that, for sure, he keeps that in my brain. Like, yeah, that sound too much like something else. Change that. He's going to keep me dangerous. As far as with Snoop, he just taught me how to deal with people. Like, he's a superstar. So he's like, enjoy your celebrity. Don't be one of the people that just hide from it, man. You really worked hard. Enjoy it. Smile. Talk to these people that love you, man, because a lot of people wish they had these opportunities you had. Him and Wiz are like that. They're constantly like, nah, man, take some time for yourself and enjoy the fact that you made it to this spot where you're one of the elite guys out here in the city. It's tough to be. So for sure.
I love this, man. Jason Martin is here. At what point did you decide to, I know everybody's asking you about your name change, but this sounds like something that probably you was sitting with for a second, but at what point did you make the definitive decision to change your name and why?
I was going to change it in 2016 or 17, one of them, but I got talked out of it. But when I got to the point where I think it was the pandemic, and then I was just kind of watching everything, and then my daughters are getting older. I got a daughter graduated from college. I got one that's third year in college right now. My children, I'm raising women. Yeah, it's a different kind of situation. So I'm like, man, your dad ain't problem. It's just the name. There's something about a name, you know. And then my father, you know, I want him to see his last name everywhere for a second.
That's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? I want my grandma to see Martin all over the place. And before she passed, I want to get that opportunity. And then if you just want to go business, I mean, only thing better than owning one apartment building is two. Yeah. So, I mean, I'll just battle myself.
Who wins that battle, Problem or Jason Martin?
Well, they both go to the same bank account, so technically,
right? They partners in the same team.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them. You know, guys like, I don't want to do my old shit. Run it up. I'll perform that with the new stuff. I don't mind that because again, I was able to share in the ownership with my stuff, so I don't see it the same way.
Yeah, you're still the same artist. You just adjusted the name.
Just adjusted the name. Yeah, I'm not about to walk in here with the open toe sandals and the kufis and things. People thought I was about to be. They thought I was about to transform my look.
You was gonna bring some incense in
there, like I'm about to start looking like Common. Nah, that's not my vibe. Nah, it's still up. I'm still having a good time. It's gonna be a little different, but I just went, man. When I saw Jason Martin, I'm like, bro, that's my name.
That's so big.
I would much rather that.
And I feel like it also makes sense with you being a filmmaker as well. Like us speaking to Pooh and him giving you that type of compliment, mentioning that you're a multi-hyphenate. What drew you into filmmaking? Obviously, the tie is storytelling, but what is it specifically about the visuals, the script writing, and filmmaking that feels like a full body yes for you?
I think it's just creating, like just wanting to expand on creation. I grew up just watching movies, TV, and I know like they had people try to send me to go read for stuff, and it's just a lot of rejection. I'm like, this is stupid. Like they're telling me to go read for parts for Compton guys, and then they're telling me I'm not that guy, which is
Compton enough.
Wild.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
I think I should just write my own and see what it feels like. So I just went through the steps. I jotted it. It definitely wasn't as pretty as some of the other scripts and different things. We didn't have the shot list and things from my first film. But I just went out there and just did it, man. I called up some favors, and my first film, A Compton Story.
Got Mike Apps on that.
So that's crazy because I happened to just be in the studio with Mike and Keys. Shout out to them and Big D. And Mike was working on a rap something at the time. He was like, bro, I need you to write some stuff for me. I'm like, for sure. Could you do something for me, though? She's like, what? He's like, man, I just need you to narrate this short I got. He's like, man, pull it up. And he literally, we pulled it up, and he freestyled the movie down.
Did he?
What?
Yeah.
The A Compton Story. He
freestyled
the whole script?
He watched it, and he's like, what's going to happen here? I'm like, I'm going to do this. He saw something. He was like, all right, move out the way. I got it on tape. He just was like, oh, this is Jason Martin. Ooh, I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Wow, that ain't easy to,
Not
I mean,
at all.
Mike Epps is an incredible
Yeah.
guy. You know what I'm saying?
that's
But
true. He's exceptional.
But I watched him do that in like literally 45 minutes. I was in awe that it was even happening. So it was that, and then like with Snoop, we were, we work a lot, and I'm like, man, I'm working on something. He's like, man, I got about 30 minutes, cuz just bring the camera down, and
you just did it.
yeah, man, I was gung ho with it. So then when I pieced it all together, I called Pooh up, had him come down to the crib, and I just had him watch it. I'm like, bro, please, I want you to red line this thing like crazy, tear it up, tell me everything that's wrong. And he watched it, and he was like, shit, this about right.
Really?
He gave me a couple of changes, and I just did them. I sent them back, and I was like, oh, and then here we go.
Let me tell you, get that a round of applause, because that's some master networking,
Absolutely.
utilizing your resources. This is bigger than rap. And to other artists that are tuned in or people in the game, look what he did. He tapped into his resources and included all of these iconic figures.
Yeah.
Snoop, DJ Pooh,
Yeah.
Mike Epps, Punch from TDE.
Yeah, so I end up calling him because
Yeah.
this is during the pandemic when we were working. I had it done like right before it started, but I had it, and so I called Punch. Like me and Punch is like one of the smartest Americans ever created. Like we're not even gonna say rapper or anything. He just sees it different.
He got bars too.
And he can go.
Yeah.
And he can go. So we're
Punch
talking.
scared to come rap up here, but other than that, I'll give him an A+.
You're gonna make
Damn,
I'm gonna have to hit him when I leave
like
her. Challenge.
Punch is scared to come rap up here, but other than
you're
that,
you're an intimidating figure.
He's an ill.
I will say.
I'm nice as fuck.
I'm not saying that the brand of you guys.
Oh.
Is
Yeah,
like,
there's a standard here.
It is a
Bullshit.
standard, and we're not compromising it. So don't bring no whack shit up here.
Pop it.
And if y'all scared to rap, cool, stand outside.
Come on.
Don't worry, Jason, you good today.
thank you. I did good.
You're good today. I ain't never interviewed Jason Martin.
Right.
So this is my first time. I don't know how Jason Martin rap. I don't know.
Jason Martin memory is fried, so we'll have to have it like kind of scrolling, but we'll get it together.
We get a prompter for you next time.
But no, Punchy, I called him like, bro, where do you know anybody I can take this or distributors and stuff? You guys have every plug in the book. He was like, let me make a call. Then he put me on the phone with some people from Tidal, and then they was able to debut it on Tidal when I first dropped it.
Wow.
So, yeah, man, I was like, man, anybody that helps me gets a credit and gets a percentage too. Like, I don't do the like, you give me something and that's it business.
Yeah.
So my business, we do fair exchange. So
I love that.
I made him
Me
an
too.
EP for just helping me move it around and get some other things and eyes on it.
There you go, man. I like that. Jason Martin, man. This guy is nicer than Problem. I like this dude, man.
That's different
I'm having a
energy.
better time with you, man. That Problem be causing motherfucking problems.
See, I had to get rid of that shit.
No more beefs. Jason Martin
None.
doesn't get in no beefs.
Not at all.
Yeah, I
No
hated
way.
Problem
I'm
beefs.
scared as hell. I see something going on. I'm running, bro. I'm going the whole other way. Like, look at them niggas over there. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Man, come on. Who was it that came up here? Zoe Osama said the moment somebody say, God or on my mama,
Right.
it's time to leave.
Get up out of here. I mysteriously have to use the bathroom at that point.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Plus,
Excuse me, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom.
You got daughters too, man.
Oh,
Like, whenever-
man.
I got a daughter, so when my daughter was born, it softened me up. Man.
man,
I don't want to fight because I never wanted to see her see me after a fight, or if I was to, something.
That's true.
I don't want you don't want your kids to see any of that, right?
I would hate them to see me with a busted lip. I wouldn't even know how to explain that to my little Jordy daughter. She would lose her mind.
Yeah, could you imagine that?
No, I could not. I wouldn't even know what to say.
And you're their first hero.
Man, it's crazy. And I'm their first bank, too. They're like professional beggars. Them little niggas got, man, I think they go in another group chat and like kind of gather up together on when to ask for what. It's crazy.
Its timing is impeccable.
Woo! It's crazy.
It never overlaps?
No, it's like they know, like, okay, I'm about to ask for this car. Okay, well, I'm about to ask for these shoes. Or I'm about to, like, nigga, what's up with y'all? Especially after that show Wednesday. You would think
man.
they thought I was Kendrick that got paid that day.
Well, we're talking
was
about
in
the
Friend.
pop-out show. You was in Friend. You
I was
wasn't
in Friends.
You wasn't Ken.
Different budget. I'm happy to be there, though,
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
that wasn't a pay thing, right? People came for free.
Let me tell you something about pgLang. They make sure everybody got paid.
Really?
That's a real boss. I didn't know it. I didn't know it. I'd have paid them to come.
Yeah.
But nah.
So everybody got paid.
Wow.
And we donated half of our pay to a charity of our choice.
Beautiful.
That was in Compton.
Anywhere, any charity we picked.
Oh, everybody get to choose their own charity.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, break down pgLang.
pgLang is Kendrick Lamar and Dave Free's new company.
There it is. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Shout
Hey,
out
y'all
to
want
them
me to
brothers.
do
Shout out to
something, y'all?
Nah, them brothers. Them brothers showed you how business works. On
Nah,
Wednesday.
but they always been thorough though,
Yeah.
and salute to Kendrick for doing something that needed to be done on the West Coast. There's a song called "A Quik Message."
Yeah.
On this album, and it's DJ Quik. I think Drama produced it.
No, he didn't produce it.
Oh, he's
Quik,
talking.
Quik produced it, but yeah, DJ Drama kind of outroed him. Yeah.
In it, Rev, this is interesting. Quik is talking about, he calls out Double XL. I don't know what happened, what they did, but apparently they didn't include him in something he felt he should have been included in. Mm-hmm. And he was like, why would you do, it's like you're trying to erase, my history, right? And it's a clip of that. And we see a lot of that. Right, it's a lot of history that doesn't get tagged properly, and what it is, you're a filmmaker. These platforms are doing content grabs. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if it's thorough or not, or if it's accurate or not, if it's sequenced properly. It just matters if you finish the project and put it out, because that's how they're gonna make their streaming money. But let me ask you this, Rev. You can join in this, Jason. All right. Well, Jason, because he's doing very well at incorporating history. But what happens when our history gets erased?
I mean, things start to go funky because it happened with the DJ in hip hop.
Okay.
It was always intertwined, When the DJ came up, the MC, producer, and everyone around the DJ came up. And when the MC started to be the superstar, they brought the DJs along and the producers. Everyone had somebody in their corner. And when that starts to separate, everything becomes this little subgenre, a little subculture. So you don't see a lot of DJs in all the mainstream media other than what you see on Instagram as like people's notion of what a DJ is. That's not really what it is, and I'm sure it can go all over the place for all of hip hop. It just it separates.
Yeah,
when you don't have somebody in there that's asking questions of a legend. Like when I got with you guys, I just sat back and watched and soaked it up because I was like, I'm about to get a crash course, and these are the guys that have all the answers to the questions that I got, and we just having a lot of fun. But if you don't have that connection, I can't ask you, or you can't ask Pooh, and you're not being a tribute to what put you where you are, then that is a serious default.
That's a detriment to the culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, right, and so I want to commend Kendrick too. Yourself for the way you're moving, because I think this is how the West Coast stay elevated. Has to happen together. We got to be galvanized. But seeing all those, I'm glad I witnessed. I wish I could have been there. I could have been there, but I wanted to witness it because I felt like this is LA's moment, the Southland's moment as a whole, and for him to bring those folks together. I know you've been asked this, but moving forward, how do you sustain this energy? How do the West Coast keep this frequency going, in your opinion?
I actually asked, I just asked him, and I asked Terrace, and the answer was really clear, man. Keep pushing the line musically, and don't get on these interviews saying nothing stupid about somebody else.
Word.
Damn, that's
pretty simple.
Damn simple there.
That's a good prescription.
You mean all these decades we've been trying to figure this shit out? You just got it right here.
You boil it down. After a while, it all gets boiled down to a couple of bullet points, and those are pretty good.
Yeah, don't get on here. Don't disrespect nobody on these mics and on these cameras, and keep pushing your line musically, and everything gonna be all right.
What do we have as a responsibility, being the broadcasters, the platformers? Do you feel like? I know artists, you kind of feel beholden to these platforms because we got all these followers and this fan base, and it's the only way to kind of one of few ways to get your not a many ways to get your music and your word out. But what responsibility do the podcasters and the broadcasters have, or do they have any?
I wouldn't want to put all that on that. I think each station, each podcast, each person has its own kind of niche crowd. Yeah. I think just be open to things that aren't in your crowd if it walks past you. I talked to the PDA K-Day recently in the PDA Power,
Uh-huh.
PDA 92. And I said, you guys kind of got us in a pickle. Now, I'm one of them people that still, my songs still come on the radio, my older stuff, so I don't really have this issue, but I'm speaking for everybody else. I'm like, well, K-Day, well, when is the old Nipsey Hussle records going to start coming on? When is the old Tyler, the Creator record? Like, when are we going to get integrated in that thing that goes on here? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm talking to Be Real, I'm like, what if he drops a new album? Why can't y'all scratch that in after his classic that y'all play? We can't just keep like classifying, okay, this is for the brand new, this is for the older, and this is for the worldwide. It's like, then we cut ourselves short. We're from here, bro. So when we take these numbers elsewhere and they see that the house is not supporting, why would you get New York to support? Why would you get Atlantic to support? Why would you get Chicago to support? I get it. It's analytics. It's numbers. It's still a business. But at the end of the day, I want to hear California in California.
Yeah.
Period. It's not, I don't want to hear nobody else either. And I think it's not against anybody. It's just pro us. And I think that is the responsibility I want the West Coast, not just L.A., just the West Coast in general, like at least give us 40% of the station.
Agree.
Jason Martin, I like that.
You know,
That's 40%.
at least, at the very least.
I don't know
Like,
about 40, dog. But
That would be amazing if
that
that
would
could
be
happen.
amazing if you did it.
At least.
We fought all those same battles, man. Like going into the PD's office, like, you know, how many times you argue with a PD or Tech went in there to battle, and, you know, all the DJs, you know, were in there trying to get somebody to play a record and do exactly the things that you're talking about. And it's not easy, and it's amazing that you've been paying attention this whole time as you've come up from ground zero, that you've been scoping it out, because a lot of artists don't, and they disappear, or they have, you know, their business goes sideways later on in life. So it's awesome to see a younger person be, you know, paying attention to all these jewels that just get dropped everywhere.
We have bona fide megastars from here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You got Billie Eilish, you got Tyler, the Creator, you got Kendrick, you got Doja Cat, you got a lot of people that's really from Los Angeles that you can't tell me you can't play.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hear Tyler, the Creator on the radio, and that's crazy to
And
me.
he's incredible.
Because when he walks out, you see what happens.
The whole arena went bonkers.
That's crazy to me, and that's no fault. I don't know the reason why. I'm just telling you what I see.
Yeah.
Like when we do these playlists, I was talking to somebody at Apple about the New West playlist. I'm like, why isn't Kamasi Washington's new song next to Zoe Sama's? They're all New West. You know what I'm saying? Kamasi's from Inglewood. He been there his whole life.
The whole life.
And he's one of the baddest ever. But you're cutting it. You can't call LA a boiling pot, a gumbo pot, and then when it gets gumbo, you're like, well, it don't sound West Coast. It's confusing as fuck.
Yeah.
So we gotta figure this thing
Doesn't
out.
sound West Coast. That's the other thing. West
hate
Coast
that.
ain't one thing, man.
I mean, that battle proved that, like, all of those songs he released were by LA producers. Every song he released in that disc, from Euphoria to Meet the Grams to 616 to the one,
All
LA producers. So what is our sound?
Yeah, because they all sound different.
Right.
Damn, man, there you go. Jason Martin. That's what's different between him and Problem. Jason solves them.
Right, I'm dead.
AKA Solution.
Yeah, Jason Martin, the solution.
Trigger, you want to get out there?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm still stuck on, and this entire conversation has been so insightful, Jason. To pedal backwards a bit, I feel like this was either Quik or Pooh who had mentioned, but this mantra of living dangerously, right? And when you see the majority of the people going right, going left, for yourself, how can you identify when you're being contrarian just for the sake of being different? Because sometimes we may actually enjoy what happens to be popular at the time, what is actually like trending within the masses. So do you have kind of a compass for your own authenticity where it's like knowing when you're rebelling just for rebellion's sake?
Yeah, definitely. You got to have a meter on it.
Uh-huh.
Because Quik is rebellion. If you put rebellious, it should be his face. He is the most audacious creator we've ever seen. So we do a lot of wheeling back in just so it can like resonate, because some music ears is just he's he's so far ahead of everybody. He's an alien. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping that in mind. But I mean, the flip side to that is like you can go to people for that. It's some people that just only do what's popular,
Right.
and that's cool too. This might not be the hotel you want to stay at today, because we shaking shit up. Us over here, we trying our damnness to shake it up and make it so that it does resonate to the common listener. But if it don't, it's like, all right, maybe y'all will catch up later.
Right. And I think that's the difference between approaching your work as art versus a product.
Right.
Because in my opinion, the art is always about your personal catharsis, and the product is always about what does the outside desire.
Yeah, like this project was really, it turned into one thing. It started as, it wasn't a project, you know what I'm saying, just me wanting the homie to work, and then it became this camaraderie place where like there are no old songs on this album.
Okay.
Like all the features came in that 40-day period, and if you look, there's a lot of people on this album, and people were just sending in verses out of nowhere. They were just excited to hear and rap over different things. Everybody's getting sent the same beat packs these days, so they were actually hearing like bass lines and funk and different voices, and then you hear Quik, you just like want to be involved with. He hadn't put out an album, I think, since Rose Craze.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I wouldn't say we went into it like we're gonna shake it up, but once you start listening, you're like, oh yeah, we about.
That's
to
a vibe,
we
right?
gonna shake some shit up.
And it takes some pivots because you gotta. I want to say Ayo or Io.
Ayo. Yeah, shout out to K Tronada, man. I saw him last night.
K Tronada, that and that whole sound sonically of that song is distinct, and then you got the Diddle song with CeeLo on it too, which takes you into a whole nother direction.
Right.
You mentioned this is like your Chronic.
Yeah. We purposely said we're gonna try to do something different. We're both producers first.
Yeah.
So it was songs that I was just on that I just like deleted the verses and put somebody else there.
Wow.
Yeah,
your own verses.
Yeah.
You could have did that verse today.
Yeah.
Got him. Verse.
The 6:45 in the morning verses are not cracking. I'm just gonna keep it secret. That's a 3:30 thing for me. I gotta warm up. This engine's a little older these days. But no, we definitely it was times where I pulled myself off of verses like, nah, I think it'd be dope if dude go right here. Like I think I'm maybe on 6 of the songs, maybe 5, 6.
Right.
I produced most of them, you know what I'm saying? But as far as that, I was more so writing, putting people in the spots, arranging. Jay Worthy was very big in just assisting with the A&R process. So yeah, we just want to have a big party.
So is it more important to you that a song overall sounds great versus you being the best on a song?
Totally.
Okay.
The song wins. The song wins every fight. That's the only ego in the room is the song. Did
you have to shift into that mentality, or was that always you?
Always been me. I didn't have people try to tell me. They didn't tell me like, man, you need to get back on this, and like, nah, I hear something else. Like I can hear that tone, or I think it just needed to be spiced up. Like for me, I look at it like I got something that God gave me, so I'm not gonna run out of it. So I mean, I'll get on the next one.
Word.
Like, it ain't really deep like that when we making the music.
That's an abundance mindset, and I feel like that's something else that when we speak about the unification and when we speak about how can we maintain this energy, I feel like focusing more on the camaraderie than the competition.
Right.
The collaborative nature of this game brings out the best in us.
Yeah, like I mean, like the Gerbs and Young, I heard when y'all was playing it, it's like, yeah, I could have put a verse on there, but this is Larry June and Quik's first time ever together. Like, let them have that moment. Like, let them. I know Larry. Like, you know what I'm saying? That we can do our thing anytime. But this was about him fulfilling some dream he had. Like, I get to be with DJ Quik. Like, what do I look like? All right, move out the way. Here I come. Just like, come on, guys. Like,
one aside.
Like, come on, guys. Like,
my turn, nigga.
This is right. This is crazy. Like, this is crazy. So
That's beautiful.
Nah, it was really dope. It was dope to see.
That's king shit.
What does Gerbs mean?
Gerbs is
Somebody wanted to ask that
Gerbs
question.
is
What
like
the
a
hell is
noun. Like if I was like if I'm talking about the markers, like hand me that gerb, or I'm about
This
to
a
go gerb
gerb?
out.
This
It's
a
like
gerb?
anything can be a gerb. So shout out to my boy Scrap, man, Scrap Arucci out of Inglewood. That's his lingo
That's
that
Scrap.
he made.
He came up there.
Yeah.
So if a beautiful woman walk by, or
oh yeah, no, she's a young. So the young is
so
girl.
Gerb and Youngs. That's the name of the album.
Things and women.
Yeah. Even if she's older than you, she's still a young.
That's a young. Check you out, young. Yeah.
That's nice.
Straight up. Women are always young.
Hey, listen, man.
Women are forever young.
Always
now.
like
the reason
that.
it's gonna make you feel good no matter
Women
what.
I
are
like
forever
that.
young.
Peace,
Okay.
peace, Young. You feeling good?
Come on, young. Yeah.
Peace, Young. You
Excuse me,
feeling
Young.
young?
Yeah.
Just make sure they're not too young.
Oh.
Here we
Hey.
Hey. Whoa. Dot, fuck them up.
Yo, man, that's crazy. Man, we got Jason Martin here. Chupacabra.
Yep.
That has a lot of meaning to many. What does this? Why does this apply to this album?
That's the Hispanic Bigfoot is what I like to call it.
Okay.
It's this monster that's never been seen, but there's like this folk thing where everybody's like a little nervous about it. I used to joke with my boy Luck about saying I've seen 4 of them in my life, and he thinks I'm lying, but I tell him I know where they at. So that was our joke for a minute. And when we did the album, I just started digging deep in the meaning, and it was like, this is the one thing that all the goats are afraid of.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because a chupacabra can
Like a double
gobble up a
entendre.
goat.
That's like a triple.
So if you know me and Quik's backgrounds, you know, when we walk in the studios, people know we in there.
And they be scared.
I don't know if they're scared, but
Nah,
I
fuck
just
that.
I
They're
just
scared.
know they know we in there. They're
Yeah.
aware of our presence. They know what we bring to the table. So.
You're an intimidating figure.
Well, problem
Stupid.
was Jason is a little different. I thought it was like a dope play on that, like, oh, that's fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Man, I love the project, man. Jason Martin, man, it's great to see you, brother.
Yes,
always
sir.
good
Come
seeing
on, that's an old to Easy E, the gloves.
of course, Easy E and my step pops, he used to wear these when we was driving this Porsche, and if I was being good, he'd give me one and let me
Let you hit the 6 shift.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
So both of them.
my
That's
man,
love.
Yeah,
brother, keep it going, man.
definitely will.
Good for the culture. You know, your I know your music has always been quality. You know, and say hello to the kids for me, man.
Definitely will. Definitely.
right.
I'm glad y'all over here on the West, man.
Yeah,
I like doing this here. I've only done this in
on
New
the
York.
It's different when we here.
I mean, I'm just saying.
With your
Okay.
home territory.
Wait a minute. So if we come back more, you'll do more with us?
Definitely, for sure. I'll sit in every time y'all
You
pull
get
up.
Pooh, Mike Epps, so everybody to come.
I at least get them on the phone.
Okay, we see
We
that.
can at
They're
least-
going to call
we can
you
at least-
anyway.
we-
right? In the middle of an interview. Thank you. Terrace Martin, too. Salute to him as
Man,
well.
shout out to the bro, man.
Man, keep it going, Jay.
Definitely
All right,
will.
Jason Martin. Hey, what we going to end with? Let's throw a song on.
Want to do Too High?
Oh, that's my joint.
Let's rock. Shout out to Channel Terrace too. He just dropped his project. He's dropping his project tonight, man. He out of Compton.
Okay.
He's fly, man. Shout out to him and George Clinton. Everybody involved on that record.
And let's shout out some of those artists that people didn't know that was on that stage. I know you didn't know them all. But
Oh
who
no,
are
I
the
knew
ones?
them all.
Let's
Wow.
shout them
I
out.
know
Because
them
the
all.
world now knows L.A.
Yeah.
more depth. Who are some of those new
I want to
artists?
go. It went Rimble, Cuzzos. I want to say it was Rucci, AZ Shike, Westside Boogie, Jay Worthy, Wiley the Sensei, Meet the Whoops.
Meet the Whoops on your project.
Oh yeah, shout out to them. We all from the same area.
Okay.
all of us.
Beautiful.
Zoe
Zoe
Osama.
Osama. We don't want to leave anybody out.
Uh-huh.
We gonna go with Blue Blush Clan, OGZ, RJ, G Perico, Kalen for real.
Yep.
Please don't leave anybody out. Don't leave anybody out. I want to say that may is that it?
Oh, well, somebody look on the list.
I wasn't there, so
Right.
I want to
You would
say.
just be the one to
I
know.
want to say that was.
That's
that
the
may,
first set.
That's
the
that
DJ
first
headset.
set.
The
Yeah,
DJ
we've had-
headset.
Yeah, that DJ headset. I want to say that should have. I think it was like 11
Yeah.
people, if I'm not mistaken. So that should handle that. And then shout out to everybody that was on the next set. You know what I'm saying? And then Dot, man, Black Hippy reunion.
That Black Hippie
Crazy.
reunion was incredible.
Yeah.
Wow,
Man.
wow.
Does that mean that shit? You don't know. If you did, you ain't gonna say nothing.
I can't say nothing.
All
You
right,
know that.
all
You know.
right,
You know
all
how hard it was to not tell nobody about that damn show.
Yo, oh man,
All
how
them-
long did you know?
Right.
We knew about 6 days before.
Did you sign something or you just?
Oh yeah, and them emails kept coming saying if this happens, you can't perform. If this happens, you can't perform. It's like every other. Remember, every other sentence was do this, can't perform. Do this, can't perform. Say this, can't perform. I'm like, oh yeah, I like how they running their shit over here, everybody.
Yeah.
Airtight.
pgLang.
Come on, shout out to the homies.
Okay. All right, man. Give it up for Jason Martin. Chupacabra. That's the new album.
Yes, out now.
It's out now. It's a doozy. A lot of tracks on there. You're going to enjoy a lot of them.
Yes,
all
sir.
right, family. I'm proud of you. Keep going.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll come out here. And when we come out here, know that it was because of you.
Oh, thank you. Woo, let's go.
All right, and I want you to take me to Compton.